Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. Testing hello 1 2. Are we good? Hello, hello. All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the Built Over tier list. We're going to be rating all the Built Over followers from S, A, B, C, D, F, and then champions will have a separate category, which we'll be doing at the very end. Let's get started. Caustic Cask. Hey, Speed. 0 mana, 0 1. Ephemeral. Is this our first 0 cost unit we're rating? Last Breath, deal 1 to each Nexus. You know what? In the proper deck, this actually could be good for, now that I think about it, for Hecarim. But there's not really much Ephemeral and Built Over, so it's a 0 cost blocker that deals 0 cost blocker. Also hits both Nexuses. I mean, it's not A. It's not C. I think it's a low B maybe. It's okay. 0 cost blocker. You know what I'm saying? And then unless at the end of the turn, or if it's dead, you're dealing 1 to the Nexus. Each Nexus. It's actually B. IMO. Alright, Acorn, the Hex Technician. 1 mana 1/1. Elusive. Nexus Strike. Reduce the cost of the most expensive spell in your hand by 1. This is Felshore, A tier. Annoying card. Reducing, if you don't kill this thing, everything gets cheaper and cheaper over time. Acorn is very annoying. Good stats for 1 cost. Is also an elusive. Great unit. Very annoying.
How about this idea? Set the bot to translate from any language into English. I could write fluently in Russian, the bot would translate, and you would read the finished English version.
Let's talk about that after, brother. Alright, Adaptatron 3000. 1 mana 1/3. Attack. Are we at 300? Okay, this is zoomed in. When you summon a tech, we share keywords. Also very good. A tier. Amazing. This is the bridge for all the robots with Jaime. Everything. We share the keywords. Everything gets elusive. 1 mana. It could be S tier too. Now that I think about it, I think this is even better than Acorn because this is a great finisher. Great bridge. Like, well, not finisher, but it's just all the bots share the keyword. It's just fantastic. Overwhelms, elusives. There's no impact bots, but anyway, A tier. Armed Gearhead. 1 mana 1/1. Quick attack and augment. I would say I wouldn't go as far as A tier. It does need time to take off. And it is 1 HP. I don't understand what you're doing. We're doing a tier list, man. B tier. Is it better than Caustic Cask? I don't think so. It's a good unit. But very easy to kill. We'll keep it at B for now. Astute Academic. 1 mana 1/2. When you draw a card, give me +1 this round. There are a lot of cards. Well, a few cards, but maybe a lot. I haven't checked. That have been giga buffed by the Sunken Temple, and this is one of them. If she's on the board and you have the Sunken Temple down, she's gonna get at least +7. You know, +7, +8 in 1 turn, and you throw elusive on her. She needs a good setup though, obviously. 2 HP is good for a 1 cost. I would say high B. I definitely think she is better than that. Not A tier, but definitely high B. Daring Poro, 1 mana, 1/1, elusive. The best one cost Poro, without a doubt. Is it better than Acorn? Because I'm rating this based on in a Poro deck, right? And this can get to 3/3/4/4, obviously, and infinitely with stats. Yeah, I mean, I'll go right there. High A, not S tier, because it does need a lot of time to kick off. But high A for sure. The strongest one of the strongest Poros in my opinion. Drop border 1 mana 1/3. If you see me in prediction, summon me. I mean it's this is cool. To have an emergency blocker or a quick attacker. But I would rather run other cards than this is a good unit. I mean it's B. 3 HP for a 1 cost is incredible. It's a great safety blocker. Like if you're against aggro, you happen to predict, you find this guy immediately, and you have an instant burst speed blocker. Very good. Is it better than the Gearhead? I think so, actually. Is it better than the Cask? Yes, but I don't think he's better than the Astute Academic. And again, you rarely see this card, but because of Sunken Temple, this thing is very strong now. So I think right there is good. Okay. Baby Rengar, Fallen Feline, 1 mana 2/1. When I'm summoned, create a Hexite Crystal in the bottom 10 cards of your deck. And for those who don't know, Hexite Crystal is a 2 mana fast speed, deal 2 to all units and the enemy nexus, which is an aggro player's worst nightmare. Fallen Feline is A tier. There's a lot of decks. I've made maybe 1 or 2 decks revolving around making copies of the Hexite Crystal. It's so good. 2 mana deal 2 to all units, enemy units, and the Nexus is insane. The stats are also good. 1 mana 2/1, great stats. Sorry, 1 sec. Okay. Is he better than Acorn? I honestly think right here. This is a really big problem. Now you have to find the Hexite Crystal, but you're probably gonna play Predict with this card, so it shouldn't be too hard to find it. And once you predict it, you immediately place it into your hand. By the way, you don't have to pick it, so you can actually predict. The Hexite Crystal gets added into your hand, and you pick the next card you want to draw. So it's just fantastic. Is it better than Adaptatron? I don't think so. I'll keep it right there. Fantastic unit. I wouldn't go as far as S tier, though. We'll see. Forge Chief, 1 mana 2/1, strike, refill, 1 spell mana. Great unit, also A tier. Lux and Jace and Jaime love this card. Because you can play a 6-cost spell. If you're attacking, of course, if you have the attack turn and you drop this card, you hit the Nexus, and you have 6 mana at turn 3. And we love, Jace and Lux love 6 mana spells. I'm sure there's other champions too, but anyway. Great unit. I think that's a good spot. These guys are definitely a bigger threat than this. Okay. Alright. Stinky Wump, 1 mana 2/1. Last breath, create a copy of me in the enemy deck with 2 poison puff caps attached. Teemo card, or puff cap card, trap card. B tier, I would say it is better than the Gearhead, is better than that, it is better than that. Is it better than the Astute Academic? No, I don't think so. It's only 2 puff caps. I think if it was 3, I would maybe bump it up here. Maybe. But I think we'll keep it there. It is a disruptor too. Create a copy of me in the enemy deck. So he takes up space. There's a Shadow Isle deck that's also like that. I think it's I think he's a 0 cost too. Zonite Urchin. 1 mana, 2/1. Good stats. Play, discard a card to draw 1. Discard card. It's good. If there's a card in hand you don't want, very good. I'm gonna put it right here. If there's a card in your hand you don't need, discard it and draw something else. Good at any stage in the game, really. And of course, Jinx, Scion, Rumble, all that stuff. Anything discard loves this card. Good at any stage. Maybe she's better. Maybe she's better than the Astute Academic. Because she needs time to take off. You need the Sunken Temple. Whoops. I don't know. Let's keep her there for now. Alright. Academy. I'm trying to say academic. Academy Prodigy. 2 mana, 3/2. Quick attack. This got buffed. Hold on, let me make sure the stats are good. There was a point where this was a 3 mana or 2 mana, 3/1, I think. What the heck? I'm trying to find her on the phone. What the heck? Oh, that's standard. Yeah, 3 mana or 2 mana, 3/2 quick attack. These are Zed stats. And cost 1 less, but obviously Zed summons a shadow. Great stats. I mean, 2 HP. It's 2 HP for a 2 cost is not great, but it is a quick attack, so it compensates. You're right there, I think. A lot of pressure. Maybe here. It is only quick attack. I mean, quick attack's not amazing. It's not going to help you late game at all. So I think right here is good. Am I being too harsh on the Gearhead? I don't think so. Because this needs a lot of time to take off. And by then it's probably dead. I've never played a game where the Gearhead survived past like turn 3. Alright. So mid B so far. Ballistic Bot. 2 mana, 1/3. Augment. Round start, create Ignition in hand. This used to be 2 mana, 2/3, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's a 2 mana, 1/3. And honestly, still S tier. Deal 1 to the Ignition, of course, is slow. 1 mana slow. Deal 1 to the Nexus. There have been games where I just won with Ballistic Bot. Each turn you're getting +1 attack. 3 HP is amazing. Creating an Ignition in hand every turn. You can discard it. You can hit the Nexus. This is a big problem card. They have to get rid of this. Otherwise, it's a plunder card. It's just so good. S tier. S tier. I might throw an Adaptatron in there. Let's keep it. I think Adaptatron S tier also. Okay. That looks pretty good. But this is definitely better than Adaptatron, in my opinion. Victor's best friend. Victor's best friend is Boom Baboon. 2 mana, 2/1. It used to be a 3/1, if I'm not mistaken. What a nerf. Can't block Fear Sims anymore. When I'm summoning, create a Flame Chompers. And of course, the Flame Chompers are 2 mana, 0/2. But when you discard them, they get summoned. Really nothing crazy. That is a huge nerf, actually. From 3/1 to 2/1. The stats are bad. You do get a Flame Chompers. But even then, I mean, it's a high C. It's a high C, I think. This, by the end, should be a high C in my opinion, I think. I don't think it's quite a B. If it was a 3, I would definitely put it at B tier, but the stats are too bad. Even with, like, discarding the Flame Chompers, it's not amazing. It's really average. Okay. Boom Crew Rookie, 2 mana, 1/3. I think this is my favorite aggro card. Attack, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. Stats, very, very tanky. You don't really care much about the 1 attack. It's really the passive that's really strong. Also very hard to kill. You can probably get 2 rounds off this guy easily. Definitely A tier. And I would throw him maybe... Maybe right there. Okay. Yeah, this is a very strong aggro card. Not blocked, it's dealing 3 to the Nexus. 3 HP, very good. It's just a cancer card. Cancer aggro card. Maybe right there. Okay, that feels good. Chem Punk Pickpocket, 2 mana, 3/2, Nexus Strike, create in hand, an exact copy of a random spell from the enemy deck. You know what? It's either D or it can be F. It's not F, but it's D. 2 HP is bad. It has no keywords. It can be easily blocked. It can block Fearsomes, but how often? Like, there's a reason you don't see this card being played. Nexus Strike, it's very hard to do. If I were to tweak this, I would maybe make it create in hand an exact copy, or create in hand a random spell from the enemy deck. Oh, it's from the enemy deck. I thought it was the enemy hand. Interesting. I was gonna say, if they have no spells in hand, then this is useless. But it's from the enemy deck. Interesting. Still, I would tweak it to reduce its cost by 1, the spell. It's still D tier. But because it's the enemy deck, that does bump it up a little bit, but still D tier. I was debating on putting it on an F tier, but because you're almost guaranteed to get something if you somehow hit the Nexus, right? Okay, D tier. If it was 2/3, it'd be a lot better than 3/2. Chirian Sumpworker, is that how you say it? Chirian Sumpworker. When you summon another Chirian Sumpworker, obliterate me and transform allied Chirian Sumpworkers everywhere into the Sumpworkers Posse, which is 2 mana 4/2 elusive. Sorry, this is a 2 mana 1/2 elusive, and then they become the Sumpworks Posse, 2 mana 4/2 elusive. Attack, deal 1 to enemies and the enemy nexus. Very, very strong. Is it S tier? You do need to drop another one, but that's not too hard to do. There's a lot of cards in Piltover that create copies of units. So it's really not hard to do. The stats are, for an elusive, the stats are good. But after the transformation, and it applies everywhere, it's such a big problem. I do think it's the weakest so far out of all the units, because this is instant and this is early game and becomes a problem every turn. This does need a little bit of time, and they're a 2 mana 4/2, so it's not hard to kill. So keep it there. Clump of Wumps, 2 mana 2/2. When I'm summoned, create a Mushroom Cloud in hand, which is 1 mana, plant 3 Puff Caps, is it? Plant 5 Poison Puff Caps in enemy deck. Good card. Puff Cap card. I definitely think it's better than the Stinky Wump. Maybe right there. I'm most likely gonna keep her there for the rest of the game, like high B. I don't. She might not be the highest B, but for now, again because of Sunken Temple. This might be the most controversy we'll have in the video, but because of Sunken Temple is why she's here. But anyway, right there is good. The Cunning Kitten, 2 mana 2/3. When I'm summoned, if I was created, draw 1 and grant me 2/1. So it becomes a 4/4. If I was created, draw 1 and grant me 2/1. There's no keywords. 2 mana 4/4 is good. But the great thing about this card is the draw 1, honestly. The 2/1 is meh. Because again, no keywords. So not great. Yeah, I mean, Is this better than the Academy Prodigy? I don't think so. Because this has quick attack. I'd say, right there. It's meh. Eager Apprentice, 2 mana, 2/1. When I'm summoned, refill 2 spell mana. I think this is an underrated card. If I were to make a Jason Lux deck, I would probably grab this. I would grab this guy and the Forge Chief, just to make sure we have enough spell mana. You're basically getting a free unit, really. It's not A tier. I think the Forge Chief is always better, because this is a strike. This is like infinite refill spell mana, if given the opportunity. This is only when I'm summoned, so it's a one-time use. I'll go here. Okay. Yeah, I'll go there. Good card. Feroz Financier. Love me some Reggie. 2 mana, 2/1. Play manifest a 6-cost spell from your regions. Good card. Fun card. I love manifesting. Definitely B tier. I'll go. Maybe right there. You are manifesting, but I'm not gonna say most likely. Usually, you find something that's useful, but sometimes you might not find anything that can help you. You definitely grab this card with Jason Lux, obviously. Even Jaime would love this. Because 6-cost spells are the best thing for Jaime, because you get the elusive bot. The stats are bad, obviously, and so is he. But you get him for the refill spell mana, obviously. So it's kind of a free unit. But for this guy, I think right there is good. Maybe right there. This could be a win con. Like, he could find you a win con, really. So maybe I'm being too harsh. We'll keep him there for now. Flame Chompers. 2 mana 0/2 challenger. When I'm summoned when I'm discarded, summon me. You can burst speed summon this guy and also drag away the big units. Very useful. Burst speed summon a challenger is very useful. I would go. Maybe there. I feel like I'm being too harsh on the arm gearhead, but maybe I'm not. I mean, he's B. Okay, be happy that you're B. Suck him. Okay, Flame Chomper's right there. Moving on. Flash Bomb Peddler, 2 mana, 1/3. I'm pretty sure the stats are updated. Yeah. When you play a spell, plant 1 Flash Bomb Trap randomly in the top 8 cards of the enemy deck. Very backline unit, obviously. Stats are good. You don't really care about the attack. You really care about the HP, and the HP is very good for a 2 cost. Definitely A tier. This is a very annoying unit. You definitely want to kill this as soon as possible. Is it better than Acorn? It's definitely better than these two. Might be better than the Fallen Field. No, is it better than the Fallen Feline? It might be, actually. Yeah, okay. The best A tier so far. Well, no, no. That can't be right, because you can make copies of the Hexite crystals, and that's just insane. You can't make copies of Flash Bomb, obviously, and Flash Bombs. You can spam the spells to make more Flash Bombs, but Hexite Crystal is just an insane card. It's probably the strongest 2-cost spell in the entire game. So, yeah, I think right there is a good spot. Intrepid Mariner. 2 mana, 1/3. Support, give my support ally elusive this round. Underrated card, in my opinion. I have never. Maybe I grabbed it once, but I don't think I ever used it. Oh, I think I grabbed it for an Ibaros deck, but I just grabbed the Sumpworks map instead of using this card. But you can use this card in case you don't find the Sumpworks map and throw it on or support Ibaros for like 30 elusive damage. Yeah, underrated card. I'm gonna go maybe right there. That feels good. It's definitely better than the Prodigy, but I don't think it's better than the Chomper. 3 HP is very good. Okay. Alright. Miriam. Temple Caretaker. 2 mana, 2/3. Good stats. Play updraft 1 to either draw 1 or refill your spell mana. Refill spell mana. That's so good. And then updrafting is, if I'm not mistaken, reducing a cost, right? Shuffle a card into your deck and reduce its cost by 1, yeah. I'm looking at the Runeterra from my phone. Pretty versatile. Either draw 1 or refill your spell mana. And the stats are good. B tier, high B. She's definitely better than the Apprentice. He refills 2 spell mana. Why would you ever grab this when you can grab this? You know what I'm saying? Why grab this when you can grab this? I'm trying to think. Updraft 1. I guess you're updrafting something to refill your spell mana. That's the difference. But this is always I always take this. Reducing the cost of that one thing, because usually there's cards you don't want in your hand just yet, or you don't need them just yet. So updrafting it, finding it later is better. Is it better than Ferros? Yeah, no. I'll put it right after the Eager Apprentice. Patched Porobomb. 2 mana, 2/3. Good stats. When I'm in hand, I have a random keyword that changes each round. When I'm summoned, grant me that keyword. You can hit Lifesteal, by the way. There's Elusive, Lifesteal, Overwhelm. that are useful, very useful. The rest are meh. Um, Spell Shield, I guess, if you're running Heart of the Fluffed, is always good. You want the Spell Shield. So it's a good it's a good unit. A Poro that's a 2/3 immediately without needing to Poro snack, and then you might hit the lifesteal. Very good. But I would go. You want to, like, it's gonna stay in your head until you hit the. You need to get lucky. You need one of the three keywords. Three or there's four, maybe 4 to 5 keywords that are very good. The rest are meh. Like, what are you gonna do with a tough? I mean, I guess tough is okay, but what's a bad keyword? Spirit's okay, I guess, for a 2 cost. Deathless also okay. Impact's meh. Mm, Quick attack isn't that great for a two attacker, but you're gonna pour a snack anyway. Good card regardless. I'm gonna go. Right there. The possibility of hitting lifesteal on this thing is very, very good. 3 HP lifesteal is so good with 2 attack. I didn't think I was gonna split these two, but okay. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. Another Poro. 2 mana 1/1. Sorry. 2 mana 1/1 elusive attune. Last breath, create a random 6 cost. Sorry, one sec. Random 6 cost spell in hand. When I'm played, summon a proto Poro. Oh, that's the spell once you play the 6 cost spell. One of the weirdest Poros, really. So once you play the 6 cost spell, this gets summoned. And then, of course, it's probably going to be buffed by then because you're going to Poro snack a bunch of times. Is it better than the patch Poro bot? It is elusive and attune. So I think yes. But I don't think it's better than Mariam. So maybe right there. Okay. We'll keep it there. Be right back, chat. Back. Sorry about that. Had to handle some business offline. IRL. You know how it be. Okay. Where were we? What was the last thing? Oh yeah, Protobot. Sting Officer, 2 mana, 1/2. Elusive, Nexus Strike Plan 2, Flash Bombs. Flash Bomb traps in the top 8 cards of the enemy deck. Foe Shizzle, an A-tier card. And I think... Ooh, is it better than the Boom Crew Rookie? It's definitely better than the 4 Chief. 2 HP for a 2 cost. Elusive is incredible, by the way. I do think it's better. Maybe, I don't know. This is harder to kill. I'll keep it like this, I think, for now. Maybe I'll change my mind later. Veteran Investigator, 2 mana 3/2. When I'm summoned, all players draw 1. This is a finisher, really. Activate all the traps. Finish the game off. Stats are good. Blocks fearsomes. Not much to say. Just B tier. Is it better than Mariam? Is it better than Ferros? It's not better than a Clump of Lumps, but I think there. Useful at any stage in the game, but mostly useful at the end of the game. Just for it's essentially burst speed, force them to draw, and then like they draw 5 puff caps or whatever, and that's it. The game's over. Useful late. I don't know. Let's do it like this, I think. You know what? No. Let's keep it like this. Am I being too generous with the academic? We'll answer that later. Moving on. Windborn Mariner, 2 mana, 3/1. If you've drawn 3 cards this round, I cost 2 less. Which puts him to 0 cost, 3/1 quick attack. It is a 1 HP. Drawn 3 cards in 1 round. I mean, I guess I would keep him in hand until he's 0 cost. And you don't really care about going wide with updraft decks. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, really. I guess I'll put him right there. Yeah. 1 HP is meh, really. Like 1 HP really bumps him down. Not much to say, really. Acoustician. 3 mana, 2/3. Strike. Create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. That's Seraphine's dad. That's Papa. Seraphine Papa right there. Well, let me charge my phone. Create a random new 2-cost spell. It doesn't get reduced, but the stats are a little bit on the weak side. But it is at least 3 HP, so you can maybe get 2 hits. Maybe. Likely not, because you are at turn 3. It's not C. It's a mid B, I think. I think it is better than the Mariner. Is it better than the Chomper? No, I don't think so. Okay, right there is good. Amateur Aeronaut, 3 mana, 2/3, elusive. 3 HP, 3 cost 3 HP elusive is insane. 2 attack is also good. But there's nothing crazy special about this except, you know, the stats are really good. It is definitely better than the Mariner. Let's see. You're only hitting for 2 is why it's not super incredible. But 3 HP is very strong for like this blocks elusives easily. Maybe 2 elusives. It's not better than the Zona Urchin. It's not better than Stinky Wump. Maybe there. There's really not much. It's just elusive. Like the stats are good. But that's it, you know? There's not much to say. There's not much keywords, or not keywords, but much effectiveness beyond that. So I think right there is good. Anura and Froop, 3 mana, 2/2. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's the correct stats. A little bit weak on the stats, but this is a backline unit. Allies that have a different subtype other than allies in play cost 1 less. Definitely A tier. Very annoying units. This is a Nico card. You can go very wide. I actually experienced this a few days ago. They dropped this card and they dropped like 3 other units after. So they can get very wide with this. Very annoying unit. I'll go maybe. I actually think it's more scary than the Peddler. Okay. And she's a reptile. Because she's 2 HP, I'm going to drop her this low. She's very easy to kill. Man, the HP is pretty bad for a 3 cost. Well, whereas the Peddler is 3 HP. We'll keep her there. The effect is incredible, but she is very easy to kill. Assembly Bot. I love this card. 3 mana. I need to play this card more often. 3 mana, 1/1. Garbage stats, but when you play a spell, grant me +1/+1. It's very scary to drop this card unless they're like you. I would drop this card when they're completely out of mana, or you're not against, like, you're against Demacia. Well, even Demacia might have single combat, but you want to drop this card when you can burst speed. When you have burst speed spells, so you make sure this doesn't die. It needs time to take off. Is it A tier? Yes, but not incredible A tier. Like, I will go. Maybe right there. It needs time to take off, and it doesn't have keywords. So you need to hyper invest in this thing for it to take off. But once it does, it's so fun. Like it can easily get to 10/10, and then you just throw elusive or overwhelm or whatever, and you just win the game. A tier. You can build decks around this card. Just make sure you have a lot of burst speed spells to make it work. Bandle Painter, 3 mana, 2/3. We did rate this before in Bandle City, so I don't remember what I gave it, but let's see. It's Augment, okay. Discard 1 to create a multi-region follower in hand and reduce its cost by 1. A Bandle Tree card. The stats are, I mean, she's a 3/3, I guess, once you drop the unit. Stats are okay. And because she's Augment. B tier. Man, if only Bandletree wasn't giga nerfed by the Explorer cards. But I guess, I mean, you can run the Mayor and go wide with Poppy and Tristana. You don't need to just use her for Bandletree. I'll go. Maybe right there. Okay. Not gonna overthink it. Mid B. Discard one to create a multi-region follower and hand reduce class one. Yeah. Yeah, you can find a good multi-region, a WinCon multi-region with her, maybe. Is it manifest? Create a multi-region. Oh, you don't even manifest. You can't pick. It's random. Oh, that's bad. Yeesh. Maybe right there then. I thought you manifest. Man, did I give her C tier? Yeah, not a fan. I think C tier actually. I thought it was manifest for a sec. I'll go there. Chemtech Cater Mobile. 3 mana, 0/4. Horrible attack, great HP. I have +1 for each 1-cost ally you summon this game. This a Poro card? It's quick attack. It's not really a finisher. There's nothing crazy about this. It's C tier, really. It stays in your hand until you drop like, I don't know, 4 1-cost units, and then it becomes a 3/4 quick attack. Big whoop. Wow, quick attack. 3 mana, 3/4 quick attack. And it just stays in your head until then. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, I would never. You know what? Man, because this is not manifest. If this was manifest, I would definitely bump her up to B tier, but we'll keep it there. Golden Crush Bot, a tech, by the way, 3 mana, 2/5, amazing HP, horrible well, not horrible, but unlucky attack, can't block fearsomes. Would it be broken if it was 3/5? Not really. It has no keywords. I think it should be a 3 mana 3/5. It'd be a better Badger. It's a way better Badger Bear. Well, not Badger Bear, but the other one, the 3/4 bear. It's also a tech. There is a card that buffs techs. Yeah, this one. Grant tech allies everywhere +1. So I guess this would buff this. It's not F tier. It's, I guess because it's a tech. It's C tier. But I'll go here. Because it can't, if you drop like 2 of these, it becomes a 4/5, I guess. And then, hold on. When you summon a tech, we share keywords. Okay, so this also applies to this. But I don't know. Would you ever grab the Golden Crush Bots in a Jaime deck? No. But you can if you want to. It's not horrible. So, C tier. But I want to clarify, this and this are giga carrying this to C tier. Otherwise, I'd probably drop it to D. Hextech Handler, 3 mana, 3/3. Good stats. Grant tech allies everywhere +1 once you've played a 6-cost spell this game. Grant tech allies everywhere. So this is also included. It becomes a 4/3. And I think it had quick attack at one point, so this got nerfed. Still good though. +1 attack on all the Jaime bots is very, very strong. It's not A tier by any means, but it's definitely B tier. Let's see. Maybe right there. It has to stay in your hand until you play the 6-cost spell. Because you can't drop this and then play a 6-cost spell and then the effect goes off. It has to stay. You have to play this after you play a 6-cost spell, which is not tough. You can drop this at 4, turn 4. Am I being too generous with these guys? I think Pharaohs. I think we drop this to maybe. It doesn't. The stats are meh on the clump of wumps, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm being too generous with the clump of wumps. It's definitely better than this stinky wump. Maybe right there. Okay. Yeah, the veteran investigator is just, I think it's better. Only because it's a good finisher and the stats are good. Okay. Neandroid Baby Rengar 2.0. 3 mana, 1/3. Elusive Augment. HP is great. This is just a way better. What was the other units we were talking about? Assembly bot. Like this is a. Notice how because this is they're the same cost. This is a 2/3, and this is a 1/3. But this is just way better because you can invest in this thing and it becomes a 10/3 at some point, you know? So this is definitely A tier. Very scary unit. And I think, let's see, it's definitely better than the assembly bot. Better than Acorn, yes. Is it better than Daring Poro? Yes. It's really not hard to get this going. And 3 HP is very strong for an elusive. I still think Baby Rengar is better than this one. So maybe right there. Right there. Okay, that feels good. Moving on. Octo Adventurer. The Explorer card. 3 mana, 1/4. Hold on, is that right? Oh, I thought I had a tune at some for a second. 3 mana, 1/4, elusive, 4 HP elusive. What is all this tankiness elusive in Piltover? Pick an Explorer card, of course, very strong. An elusive blocker might be one of the best Explorer cards, honestly. 4 HP elusive. The versatility on this thing. I mean, it's got to be A tier. Only a bit because of the versatility, and I wouldn't go as far as Acorn. And you know what? Acorn is definitely better than Daring Poro, now that I think about it. I'll go maybe right there. That feels good. Moving on. Parade Electro Rig. 3 mana, 2/4. Support. Create 4 copies of the supported ally in your deck. When do you want to create copies of an ally, honestly? I guess, you know what? I guess you can use this on the Chirian Sump Workers, actually. Astrox. Welcome. So I guess this Giga buffs that. So because that card exists, this is gonna get bumped up. Because I would definitely grab this with that. Create 4 copies. Wow. Yeah, this card is giga carrying this card. So I'll go maybe there. The HP, you really care about the HP. You don't really care about the attack with this thing. The HP is really good for a 3 cost, so you can probably get 2 attacks off with this thing. So, okay. That feels good. Right there. Alright. Patrol Wardens, 3 mana, 4/3. When I'm drawn, I cost 1 less this round. So 2 mana, 4/3. No keywords. I mean, it's meh, really. There's nothing crazy, but 2 mana, 4/3 is great. It's just a meat wall. I'm not gonna be too generous. Is it? You know what? It might be C tier actually. Is it better than the Golden Crush bot? No, but it's definitely better than the Catmobile, like Cater Mobile, I think. Yeah, for sure. Okay. C. Piltover Castaway, 3 mana, 2/1, Attune, Weapon Master. When I'm summoned, Improvise, which is a Garce weapon. This might be the best Weapon Master because of the Attune. Very good. I'll go. Might be A tier, but just barely like low A tier, I think. Only because of the Attune. Like you're getting you might get Overwhelm or Scout on this thing. I think I'm being too generous. No. That feels good. A tier for sure. Is he better than the Fort Chief? Yes. Better than Assembly Bot? Yes. Better than the Adventurer? Yeah. Kinda. But not better than these guys. Okay. Right there is good. Are you just evaluating the cards as you see fit? Yeah. Based on how strong they are. Practical Perfection is 3 mana, 4/2. Play, predict, horrible HP. Good attack. Predict 3 creates 3 copies of the chosen card into your deck. So a copy card. Much like the Evil Imperfectionist, but this one's definitely better. Actually, she predicts. I don't know. They got their own thing going. It's you really grab her for the effect. 4 attack is very strong. Blocks fearsomes. 2 HP is good. I mean, well, not good, but the 2 HP doesn't matter if that makes sense. It's more so the attack because you really grab her just for this effect, and the fact that she can block fearsomes is what matters. But not only does she block fearsome, she also hits pretty hard. So definitely high B. Creating 3 copies. You have to also hit. You might miss. So definitely better than the Zonite Urchin. Better than Miriam. Yes. Better than Pharaohs. She's somewhere here. I can't decide where. I think she's better than Marianne, but I may be weaker than Feroz. Actually, okay, right there is good. I'm being too kind with the astute academic, huh? Nah, this can't be right. There's no way she's that strong. Let me drop her. Right here. Actually, right there. Mid B. Okay. Puff Cap Peddler, 3 mana, 3/3. When you play a spell, plant 3 poison puff caps in enemy deck. Not only is this a backline unit, but it's a backline unit with great stats, which is crazy. Like this, Puff Cap Peddler needs a nerf. Is he S tier? Yes, obvious. It's a backline like Puff Cap Peddler. Even if he was a 2/3, would still be S tier, I think. He's definitely better than that, than the Cheery and Stump Workers. Is he better than the Adaptatron? Yes. He's better than Ballistic Bomb. Also, yes. Very strong card. You need to kill this card. This card can solo carry a deck. You don't even need Teemo to win the game if you have this card on the board. Just spam spells, drop Ava. Great stats for a 3 cost. Like it's crazy. Strongest card so far. Soaring Cartographer. 3 mana, 3/3 Brash. Play Updraft 1 to draw another card that costs either 1, costs more or less than the card you updrafted. Kind of confusing, I'm sure, for new players, but stats are good. Brash is okay. You can build decks to make sure you draw the card you want. If you have like one card that's exactly expensiver than the rest of your deck, that makes sense. To guarantee to find it. Pretty versatile, and again the stats are good. So I think Is it better than Mariam? No, I don't think so. Better than Prototype Porobot? Yes. So I guess right there. Okay, that feels good. Station Archivist, 3 mana, 3/2. No, that's not right. It's 3/3. Oh, it is 3/2. She got nerfed. Wasn't she 3/3 at one point? Station Archivist, 3 mana, 3/2. Pick a spell from the top 5 cards in your deck and create an exact fleeting copy of it in hand, then place the top 5 into the deck. I made the mistake of not having enough mana to play the spell that I picked many times. A one-time use thing, and it's fleeting. So I guess the later the game, the better, because you need to make sure you have the mana. Like you can't play her, and you want to play Give It All or something, but you don't have the mana or whatever. So, but then Give It All is 12. Is Give It All 12 mana? I don't know, some other cheaper card. It's still good. I'll go. Also, are they the same? Is that the same character? Definitely better than the Acoustician. Maybe right there. Mid B, I think, is fair. Okay. Sump Dredger, 3 mana, 4/3. How's this not a tech? Come on, right? Play discard a card to draw one. So it's just another. It's just a Zonite Urchin, really. But this is way worse, I think. Because no keywords, first of all. The stats are good, but this is way cheaper for this effect, whereas this is two more expensive for the same effect, but not really doing much besides that. Like it is a better stats, but there's no keywords, so it's not gonna really help you at that stage in the game that much as a one cost. So it is weaker. I'll go. We keep dropping. I guess right there. No. Yeah, because I don't care about this guy. I don't care much for this guy. And you know what is better than that? Is it better than the acoustician? It is an almost instant. Do you grab this with Jinx? I wouldn't. I think it is better than this guy. Okay. Right there is good. Use Cask Salesman. My man. 3 mana, 3/2. When I'm summoned, summon 2 caustic casks, which is a Gauss. Discard 2 of those. So it's a 3 mana, 3 blockers. Underrated card? Is it? Not really. I mean, it's a fun card. You get a lot of blockers, but it doesn't make much sense with aggro because the caustic cast. I guess it is a 3 mana. You get a 3 attack unit, but you're also dealing 2 to the Nexus. I do think it is actually better than the caustic cask by itself. Let's see. I do like it better than the Mariner. Better than the Amateur Aeronaut. I don't know why I really like it. I have a soft spot for this card. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. No refunds. Elnuk, 3 mana, 3/4. Volunteer Elnuk. When I'm good stats. When I'm summoned, create a random Elnuk in the top 6 cards of your deck. Poor Elnuks. They got the short end of the stick in Runeterra. Yeah, D tier. This stat, man. All Elnuks are meh. And you can't make an Elnuk deck because they're just garbage. The stats are good, but at least with this guy, you're getting a spell out of all this, whereas this effect is just worthless. I do think this is better than that. It's not F. I'm not going to drop it to F because the stats are good. It's crazy how the crush spot is only up here again because of the buffs with the handler and Adaptatron giga buffing this card. So we'll keep it there. Ooh, we finished 3 costs. Let's finish 4 costs and then we'll take a break. Ugh, Aloof Travelers, what a cancer. Mordekaiser, the Mordekaiser deck with Aloof Travelers giga buffs this card. It's so one of the most annoying cards in the entire game. It's not S tier. Well, yeah, it's not, man. Is it S tier? When I'm 4 mana 2/3, when I'm summoned, all players draw 1. Then your opponent discards their highest cost card. That is most likely their win con. Forget the stats. Who cares about the stats? The effect is unbelievably annoying. You give this thing deathless, or you keep summoning this thing, and they just lose all their win con. I wouldn't go as far as S tier, but it's definitely A tier. I'll go maybe there. Definitely high A. Okay. Keep it there for now. In the right deck. It has to be in the right deck for this to be very annoying. And that is, of course, Deathless Mordekaiser. That giga buffs it. A Cultist, 4 mana, or Ambitious Cultist, 4 mana, 3/5. Great stats. Once you've equipped an ally this game, Create and hand a new spell that costs 2 and set it cost to 0 this round. I don't really grab this card in my cultist deck or darkened deck. You're creating a new spell that costs 2. Like that spell might not help you, but the stats are good, and this also helps to draw Kane. So it's a good card. I'll go maybe, let's see. It's definitely better than the acoustician. Let's go. Maybe right there. Okay. Keep it there for now. Augmented Clockling, 4 mana, 2/2 elusive. Stats are meh for a 4 cost. Play Predict, then draw 1 and reduce its cost by 1. The effect is what's really strong about this card. Predict, draw, and reduce the cost by 1. Not to mention, you're getting a 2/2 elusive. So, very strong card. Definitely A tier. And I would go, it's definitely better than the Castaway. Is it better than Sting Officer? Yes. Is it better than Acorn? I think so. Better than the Android? Yes. Is it better than Aloof? Maybe not. I think maybe either here or here. But because of the Mordekaiser deck, I think Aloof is much more annoying to deal with. So I'll keep this right there. The effect is very strong. Back Alley Barkeep. 4 mana, 3/3. A little bit weak on the stats. No keywords. When I'm summoning create in hand a random card for each Back Alley Barkeep you summon this game. I mean, when are you playing this card ever? Create in hand a random card for each Back Alley Barkeep. Random card. Just completely random. You're not manifesting or nothing. Gosh. Might be our first F tier. For each Back Alley Barkeep. So for each time you've summoned this card throughout the game, 4 mana, 3/3, you're getting create in hand a random card for each. So you're getting a new card for each Back Alley Barkeep. And again, like how many of these are you going to summon in one game? Let's be honest. F tier. Bad card. Bad stats. No keywords. Effect is just garbage. Bad card. Fishmonger. 4 mana, 4/4. Good stats. Round start. All players draw 1. Then grant your opponent's card fleeting. Another finisher. This is definitely better than the Investigator. It's definitely A tier. It's not. Is it S tier? It is better than Aloof Travelers. This is another Teemo card. And it's a backline card with great stats. But it's not. I don't think it's S tier. Not quite S tier. Definitely better than Anura and Froop. And I think definitely better than the Peddler. But not quite better than Baby Rengar, honestly. Okay. High A for sure. Very strong card. Chump Wump. My man. 4 mana, 4/4. Great stats. When I'm summoned, create 2 Mushroom Clouds, which is 1 mana. Plant 5 Mushroom Clouds or Puff Caps in the enemy deck. Very strong units. Great stats. Not quite A tier, but definitely high B. Might be the highest B. It's so close to A tier. It might even be A tier, honestly. High B for sure. It's so close to A tier, I think. So I'm just gonna keep it at high B. Is it better than the investigator? Yes, I think so. Okay. Defective swap bot. 4 mana, 4/3. Play stats are good, but play swap my stats with another unit. I got cucked by this card once upon a time. Swap my stats with another unit. So the other unit is getting a 4/3. The unfortunate thing is this has no keywords. So if you're swapping with like Atakan, you're getting um 30 attack, whatever HP, 12 HP swap bot, and their Atakan is 4/3. But then when he attacks again, he's getting the buff back on. Yeah, not so great. I mean, if it had keywords, I would definitely bump it up. Effect is cool. I'll go. It is a cut. They should change the name of this thing is to defective cuckbot. That makes more sense. So, you know what? Maybe right there. I think this is better than this. Okay. Eminent Benefactor, 4 mana, 4/3, weak HP. Play Manifest, an epic card from your regions. At least it's a manifest. It's not just create. Let's see. Has anyone ever seen this card being played ever? Not saying it's bad, actually. It's because it's manifest. An epic card from your regions. There's bad epic cards. And I mean, he has no keywords. HP is a little bit weak. It's just a better. Yeah, it's a better Bandle Painter. I think right there, C tier. Better than the swap bot. It can give you, you know what? It can find you a win con. I was thinking Pharaohs, but you can manifest a weak epic card, which is not going to help you at all. So it's Pharaohs is 100% better. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. C tier. It's not horrible. Average, really just average. Evil Imperfectionist, 4 mana, 4/4. Play. I'm getting kind of close. Play, pick a card from in hand, create 4 copies, exact copies of it in your deck, and reduce its cost by 1. This and Baby Rengar, baby. Baby Rengar and Evil Imperfectionist all the way. Make a bunch of copies of the Hexite crystals, and you're golden. The sets are great. Let's see. Create 4 copies, exact copies of it's in the exact copy. So if you've found Hexite crystals and they got reduced somehow, you can reduce even create more 4 copies more and reduce those to 0 cost. So I would go, and I've seen players spam Vengeance with this thing. Create 4 copies of Vengeances, 5 mana Vengeances in the deck. Very annoying. Is it better than Acorn? Yes. Better than Android? Yes. Better than the Clockling? Yes. Better than Aloof Travelers? No. And you know what? Aloof is definitely better than Anura and Frup. And I think she's better than that. Clockling also better. Only because she's very easy to kill. So I'll keep her right there. Not better than the android, though. Okay. Moving on. Pharaoh Sky Cruiser. 4 mana, 2/4 elusive. Another chunky elusive unit. Grant me +2 once you've played a 6-cost spell this game. Another card that you don't see played, but it's actually good because the curvature makes sense. You play a 6-cost spell turn 3 and then drop this at turn 4. You're getting a 4/4 elusive. Now, would you ever grab this card in a Jace Lux deck? Probably not, but it's not horrible if you grab it. So it's definitely B tier, maybe high C. Yeah, I think it's underrated. I think it is B tier. It is better than the. Is it better than the Caustic Salesman? The curvature is so good, isn't it? Maybe right there. I just don't see on paper it's great, but I don't see why you would grab this in a expensive Jace Lux Jaime deck. If it was a tech, it would make sense. But it's not even a tech. So it can't benefit from this or this. So I'll just keep it at mid B. Okay. Speed, what are you doing, man? Well, what is all this? Funsmith, 4 mana, 2/3, bad stats. All your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. Backline unit. A little bit weak. Is that correct? Hold on. I thought she was. Okay, yeah, she's 2/3. Hard to keep her alive. But I guess 3 HP isn't horrible for a 4 cost. You got to make sure she survives. And Piltover has no defensive spells at all. So maybe you can go. You're not going Demacia or Freljord with her. So it's very hard to keep her alive. But if she does somehow stay alive, she's pretty annoying. Is she A tier? No. Only because she's very easy to kill. Is it better than the Electro Rig? I don't think so. Maybe right there. Let's play. We're doing tier list, man. Tier list day. I'll keep it right there. Mid B. You grab her with aggro, like you're going Noxus or I don't know, Bandle City. Maybe, and none of those. I mean, Bandle City has a little bit more defensiveness, but Noxus has no defensiveness. Piltover has no defensiveness, so this is very easy to kill. So, Insightful Investigator, 4 mana, 3/4, weak on the attack. When you play a 2-cost card, draw 1 and grant it fleeting. Interesting. When you play a 2-cost card, so this is a backline unit with good HP. Would you ever grab this in a Seraphine deck? Yeah, I guess you could. There's the 7-cost spell that creates a bunch of 2 costs, but they get reduced to 0 actually. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. Draw 1 and grant it fleeting, huh? It's C. Is it better than the Patrol Wardens? I don't want to be too harsh because the stats are good. It is a backline unit. When you play a 2-cost card, draw 1 and grant it fleeting. Late game, this can be very useful. But only so far. It's got to be 2-cost cards. That's hard to pull off. I think I'm gonna keep it right there. Yeah, she's better than the Benefactor, but I think worse than the Wardens. Maybe. When I'm drawn, I cost 1 less this round. 2 mana, 4/3. I guess you can grab this card with aggro, honestly. It's not horrible. I don't know. We'll keep it right there. Justice Rider, 4 mana, 3/5. Great stats. Whenever your opponent draws, plant 1 flash bomb in the top 8 cards of the enemy deck. Very strong card. Definitely A tier. Is she better than the flash bomb peddler? No, because you can spam spells and have them or plant as many flash bombs in the deck while this during the round, but you have to have them draw to plant 1 flash bomb. So I think the sets are really good with this. Like this is a backline unit. 5 HP is incredible. Is she better than the Clockling? Maybe right here. That feels good. There are ways to force them to draw. I like draw a lot. Okay. Professor Von Yip, 4 mana, 2/3. Horrible stats. When you summon a 1-cost ally, grant it +2/+2. My goodness. When is Von Yip ever good? Whoa. Dude, there's another spider next to me. And I swear I killed one just like it, like, before I streamed. Sorry, 1 sec. I'm getting ganked by Elise. 1 sec. Got it. How the heck is there the same spider in the same spot too? Like, what is that? What is happening? Elise is trying to make babies in my room. All right. Von Yip, garbage stats. When do you drop this? Like, I don't understand. In an aggro deck, are you gonna grab Von Yip in an aggro deck? No. I guess he's good with Poros. Actually, no. I know why. I know. Hold on. It all makes sense now. Daring Poro. Piltover has a lot of ways to make Daring Poros, and Von Yip is getting giga carried by the Daring Poro. Even, you know what? Well, you're not gonna play a bunch of Acorns, but you are gonna play a bunch of Daring Poros. Because of that, we can bump him, but not too much because the stats are bad. Let's go. Maybe right there, mid B. He's getting giga carried by the Daring Poro. Let me clarify. Giga carried. If the Daring Poro didn't exist, and a bunch of the other the discard to create two Daring Poros in your hand, if those didn't exist, he would drop all the way to maybe F tier, honestly. Giga carried. Mid B. Shady character, 4 mana, 1/3. Horrible stats. Play, pick a follower, transform me into an exact copy of it. Very scary card. You can copy Atakan or Heisho or I don't know. I'm looking at Piltover cards. Albus Dumbledore. But it's only followers, obviously. If it was champions, it'd be busted. Imagine you like you 4 mana get a Tryndamere leveled. So the only answer is they have to kill you before the effect goes off, which is not hard to do. But it is a 4 cost 3 HP. It's not horrible. 3 HP is okay. It's not A tier. It's B tier. I'll go. This can be a very scary card. It's a weird one. I'll go there for now, but because like if they don't have a big unit, this is only good on a big unit. Like you don't want to copy, you know, the what is it called? What is that one unit? The sparring student. You know, this is only good if you're against big units. Otherwise, it's bad. So it is a weird one. Its strength is based on your opponent. So I don't know. It's a weird one. I think. Maybe here. Let's just drop it to here. It's a big hit or miss with this card. But I guess you can use it on your own unit too. So you can use this on the posse. That makes sense. Okay, hold on now. Let's bump it up. Yeah, I forget you can use it on your allies too. I guess there. Maybe here. High B. Okay. That seems fair. Alright. Sump Snipe Scavenger. 4 mana, 4/3. Allegiance card. Piltover Allegiance card. Create a Sumpworks map in hand. It costs 0 this round. Really? Why not just make it costs 0? I've hit Allegiance. It costs 0 this round? Really? Stats are good. Well, stats are okay. 3 HP is a little bit weak, but you really just want it for the Sumpworks map. And Sumpworks map, of course, is the 2 mana Grant and Ally Elusive. I mean, I guess it's an okay card if you're going Piltover only. And it'll make sense with the henchmen. So getting a 0 cost Grant Elusive is pretty strong. But because it costs 0 this round is why it's a little bit weaker. Because if you don't have the unit on the board already, you're gonna have to pay 2 mana. It's just not expensive, but I think weaker than Vanya, but better than Funsmith. Right there, I think. Okay. You can't Ibaros and this guy because, well, at least I wouldn't, because Ibaros is Bilgewater. And you want to hit Allegiance unless you're, I don't know, running only Ibaros. And, you know, increase your chances to hit Allegiance. So, okay. Keep it there. Moving on. Zon Bouncer. 4 mana, 4/4. Round start. Flow. Refill 2 spell mana. A flow card in Piltover. Hello? Is this Ionia? Refill 2 spell mana. Really? That's it? Why not refill mana, man? Come on. Stats are good. Flow, I guess. I mean, Piltover is known to use a lot of spells. A lot of cheap spells. So this is a good card, I guess, with Seraphine. Let's see. It's only refilling 2 spell mana, which I guess is okay. I don't think it's stronger than Von. Well, hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's stronger than Von Yip, but maybe better than the Funsmith. Maybe right there. Only because the stats are good. She's a 4 mana 2/3. This is a 4 mana 4/4. So that seems fair. That's all the 4 cost, right? Okay. Let's take a quick break. Be right back, chat. All right, let's begin. Chempunk Shredder. Baby Echo. 5 mana, 5/2. Horrible HP. Play, deal 1 to all enemies. Deal 1. I wish it was deal 2. 5 mana dealing 1 to all enemies is pretty pathetic. He's not even hitting the Nexus. Not a fan of this card. Definitely C tier. I'll go here. If it was deal 2, I'd bump it up, but at least hit the Nexus, man. 5 mana? Come on, we're getting expensive. Deal 1. 5 mana deal 1. That's so pathetic. I wouldn't even grab this against aggro players. Like, but turn 5, the game's over. If you're against aggro, by turn 5, the game has already have been decided. But I mean, I think I'm being too generous, honestly. Let's go. How y'all doing tonight? Is it here? Discord and create a multi-region follower and hero Discord. Maybe better than the Chemtech Cater Mobile. Again, this card is getting giga buffed by Daring Poro, but you're never gonna grab this card, honestly. At least I wouldn't. Maybe you could. I guess you could, but maybe not. Anyway, I think let's keep it there. It is hitting for 5 anyway. Exalted Cloud Winder. 5 mana 2/2, horrible stats, quick attack. If you've drawn 3 cards this round, I cost 2 less. Sorry, hold on. Cost two less, so 3 mana 2/2, still bad. When I'm summoned, draw 2 at the next round start. Really, the when I'm summoned, draw 2 at the next round start is the best part of this unit. The rest is garbage. So C tier, honestly, is it the best C tier? Well, hold on. 5 mana, draw 2, next round start. Now I'm being too harsh. It is definitely better than the Mariner because you are drawing. And let's go. That's it. That is like 3 mana, 2/2 quick attack is pathetic. Like you're not doing much with that. It's only here because it's a unit that draws you 2 next round start. So that looks good to me. Next, Fan Club President, 5 mana 2/2, horrible stats, play Manifest. Thank you. A spell that costs 5. And it's any 5 cost spell. It doesn't have to be specifically to your regions. And set its cost to 2. There's a lot of good 5 cost spells. One of which I can think of is like Harsh Winds. 2 mana Harsh Winds is really good. This is another Seraphine, a card that Seraphine would love. B tier, but not super high up. I would go maybe. You can she can find you win cons, honestly. Maybe she is high B. You are getting a blocker. Again, the stats are bad, but you're at least you're spending 5 mana to get it. You're forgetting a 5 cost spell that's set to 2, and you're getting a 2 cost or a 2/2 unit out of it too. So right there, I think. Okay, high B. Mechanized Mimic, 5 mana 3/4. Weak stats. A little, not too weak though, but a little weak on the stats. Attack. Grant me all keywords on allies. Grant me keyword. Grant me. This is Victor's waifu. Very strong card. Definitely A tier. I won't go as far as S tier because it does need time to take off. And she's only amazing based on what units you have. So I'll go here. I think she's better than Nyandroid. Because yeah, I mean she can be a big problem as the game goes. All the keywords like Victor and her can just, I should add her to my Victor deck. I should maybe add her to my Victor deck. The stats are like if she was 5 HP, I would definitely add her to my Victor deck, but 4 HP is not bad actually. Like if Victor has tough, she's basically 5 HP. But definitely A tier. Is she better than Acorn? Yes. Maybe. I think Acorn is actually better than Nyandroid. But is Mimic better than Acorn? I guess not. I don't think so. I do think Daring Poro is better than Yandroid. Well, yeah. Mechanized Mimic. I think here, sure. Like, she can get Spell Shield, Tough, Lifesteal, Scout, if possible. Very scary unit if their game if left on for too long. Moving on. Midden Stroke Henchman. 5 mana 5/5. Nexus Strike. Summon an exact copy of me. S tier. And let me explain why. I've made a deck with the Henchman. I just threw the Sumpworks map on it, attacked, hit the Nexus, and I'm getting another 5/5 elusive for free. Stats are great. With a little bit of investment, you're winning. This carries the game easily. Very underrated card, and I actually think it is better than these two. And also, I think right there. Very scary, very underrated card. All it takes is one Sumpworks map, hit the Nexus, and you have 2 5/5 elusives. Hit the Nexus again. With both of them, you have 4 5/5 elusives. Like, the game's over. And I played this with Katarina. Rally Katarina, keep hitting the Nexus, and you're... It's just insane. Very strong card. Officer Squad. Sucker. 5 mana 4/5. No keywords. When I'm semi-create a Most Wanted in hand, and Most Wanted is 5 mana slow. Pick a player to discard their lowest cost card to draw 3. Lowest cost card. Really? Why not make it the highest cost? It's slow. It's 5 mana slow. I right click. I would never grab this. There's way better cards to grab in a Puff Cap or Flash Bomb deck. But it's not horrible. Like, I would go... Gosh, I think it is C tier. Only because Most Wanted is 5 mana slow. You know? The stats are okay. I do think it is definitely better than Crushbot. Maybe... It might be the highest C tier so far. Is it better than Boom Baboon? Maybe not. I think there's good. Okay. Solitude. 5 mana 4/4. Weak on the stats. When I'm summoned, summon a random husk. When you summon a 1-cost ally, granted a random keyword. Another card that Daring Poro would like, actually. But I mean, I probably wouldn't grab it. Backline unit, but with okay stats. When you summon a 1-cost ally, granted a random keyword. It's like the 3-cost skank, but a little bit weaker. Because she actually grants +1 attack, if I'm not mistaken, to 1-cost allies, where she only grants keywords, and you can miss on keywords. Still good. So you're summoning a husk and then immediately giving that husk a another random keyword. That's pretty cool. Let's go. Right there, maybe. High B. That seems fair. Moving on. Submersible. 5 mana 1/5. Mike's still good, right? Let me do a mic test real quick. Testing, hello, 1 2. Yes, yes, loud. We are good. Yes, loud. 5 mana 1/5 elusive. Great, good HP, great HP, garbage attack. When I'm summoned, draw one. Then, if you've played at least 10 other new cards, this game grant me +4, so it becomes a 5/5 elusive. 10 other new cards. That's kind of hard to do. It's gonna take some time. I'm not a fan of this card, honestly. You need to this is late game. 10 new cards. I guess with Seraphine you can spam, but even then, 10 new cards is a lot of cards. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of this card. Like yeah, it's elusive with 5 HP. But honestly, I think this card is way better. It does draw one, actually. When I'm summoned, draw one. Then if you've played at least 10 new other cards, grant me. If you played. So you have to play the cards, and then it doesn't get +4 if it's on the board. You have to play the 10 cards and then drop it. I guess because it has draw one, I guess I'll bump it up a little bit. That's low B. Maybe lowest B. No, I'm being too generous. I think right here. It might be the most controversial take so far, but I'm really not a fan of this card. Unstable Volitician, 5 mana, 4/4. Weak stats, a little bit weak stats. Grant me +4 and quick attack once you played a 6-cost spell this game. So it becomes an 8/4 quick attack. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do with quick attack late game? What am I supposed to do with quick attack late game? If it was elusive or overwhelm, then we're talking. But what the heck am I doing with quick attack late game? I guess you can throw elusive on him. He becomes a 5 mana 8 attack elusive. Isn't it funny? You have to throw the right keyword on him to make him work. 5 mana 8 attack is pretty scary. But he's only good if you give him elusive or overwhelm, which I don't see why you would go Noxus with him with 6-cost spells. I can't think of a deck. Maybe there is a deck out there. Is he better than the Shredder? No. You know what? He might be D tier. But definitely better than the Elnuck. Is he better than the Pickpocket? No. D tier. We'll keep him there for now. Let's move on. Augmented Experimenter, 6 mana, 3/3. Horrible stats, but play, discard your hand completely, draw 3, and deal 3 to an enemy. I wish it was deal 3 to an enemy and the enemy nexus, or the enemy nexus. But then that might be broken. Anyway, this is. I wouldn't really grab this with Jinx, because you have to wait till turn 6 to play it. But I guess you can discard it. You're also drawing 3. I would never grab this with Jinx, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty versatile. Let me read it again. Discard your hand, draw 3, deal 3 to an enemy. I don't know. I guess you can maybe grab it with Jinx. I personally am not a fan of it. Uh, hmm. Maybe right there. Right behind Von Yip. Okay. Not gonna overthink it. Moving on. Chief Mechanist Zevi. 6 mana, 5/6. Okay. Okay, stats. When you draw a card, grant it fleeting, and create an exact copy of it in hand. Interesting. I've never made a deck with this card, but pretty interesting effect. I'm sure there's decks where this card can be a big problem. Imagine you draw Decimate and then you create a fleeting Decimate. You have 12 mana to spare, so that's 2 Decimates you can play. I'm sure there's ways. This is a backline unit with 6 HP. So I do think in the right deck, this can be a scary card, but it is 6 mana. And then we have to draw a card. So you have to wait till the next turn to. You know what? Now that I think about it, you have to wait till next turn for the effect to go off. And you're not entirely sure what you're drawing, so that card could be. Unless you're predicting, I guess. In the right deck, I guess this can be strong. I'm not gonna bump it up too high. Is it better than the Augmented Experimenter? No. Yes. I feel like I'm being too harsh on the Cultist. No, I don't think I am. Moving on. Karina Mastermind. Play, plant 5 flash bombs in the. 6 mana, 5/5. Okay, stats. Plant 5 flash bombs in the top 5 cards of the enemy deck, or activate the effects of all traps in the top 5 cards of the enemy deck. Karina, the ultimate finisher. A tier. I think even if you kill her, and the only reason she's at A tier is even if you kill her, the effect still goes off. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it is, but regardless, she's hard to kill. 5 HP is pretty chunky. So definitely A tier. I mean, she's the ultimate finisher. Is she S tier? Would I go as far as S tier? Can she carry the game? No. These guys can carry games. Well, except the Adaptatron. He's kind of a bridge. He kind of carries the game. But no, well, not really, no. But he is the bridge to give everything elusive. Or overwhelm. I think maybe right there. That seems fair. Well, she's definitely better than Fishmonger. Is she the highest A tier? No, I think Baby Rengar is still better. Let's keep her high A. I don't quite think she's S tier. My gosh, how the heck do you say this? Isila? Isela? Figurehead of the Deep. 6 mana, 4/4. Bad stats. When you play an elemental spell or skill, copy with the same target. Um, it's a Volibear deck or a Volibear card or Anivia. Oh, it's when you play. Is Anivia's attack a play if storm a play effect? Let me make sure. Hold on. It doesn't copy elemental or her storm, does it? Does it? Attack, deal one to all enemy. It's not a play effect. It's an attack effect. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. Okay, one sec. So, yeah, I mean, good card. I mean, the stats are weak. A little bit weak on they are on the weak side. 6 mana, 4 HP is not good. So it's pretty hard. It's pretty easy to kill this thing. But I think it's not 8. Is it A tier? I do think it's A tier because there are a lot of scary elemental spells that you can just copy. Like the Freljord expensive card, that's an elemental, isn't it? That's summon two 10/10s. Let me verify this. Clash of Giants is elemental. And let's see. Field of Rush is not elemental. Berenices, Stormbringer. Well, Stormbringer would kill your ally. But yeah, you can double Clash of Giants with this, assuming it survives. So, I think here, only because again, it is easy to kill. Not super easy, but it is somewhat easy to kill, I think. Okay. Jay Medarda, Mel's relative, right? Medarda, 6 mana, 5/5. Is that right? Hold on. Why do I feel like those stats are wrong? Uh, Sorry, I'm just checking real quick. Yeah, it is 5/5. When I'm targeted, draw one. What a weird effect. Why would you ever target him? Not a fan. I guess you can target him with like Noxus card maybe. But you're drawing, which is weird. I'll go I'll go C. I mean, I'm sure you can make something happen with this guy. Maybe right here. Again, not gonna overthink it. It's just a weird effect. When I'm targeted, draw one. Really? Like it's weird. He's not a carry, but you can make him a carry. The draw one doesn't really help us with making him a carry, if that makes sense. All right, we're getting close. Albus Dumbledore, 7 mana, 6/5, quick attack. When I'm summoned, draw Jace. Already great. Attack, deal 3 to the enemy nexus. For each 6+ cost spell you've played this game, increase it by 1. 7 mana, 5 HP is a little bit weak on the HP. He is quick attack though. Albus is faux show. Is he S tier? He is a finisher. Is he S tier? Wow. Like he can hit the Nexus for like 7 damage just from the passive. And I think if you kill him, it still goes through. I think S tier. Hmm. Is he better than the Sump Workers? Hmm. The weakest S tier? I think the weakest S tier. Because he's only quick attack. The only thing strong about him is the passive. He can just be blocked. Um. Hmm. Maybe he's a high A. Let's keep him at S for now. Furious Fatefolk. I did rate this card before. 7 mana 5/4. Weak stats, quick attack. When I'm summoned, if you've dealt damage to the enemy nexus 4 times, grant me 4 impact. So turn 7, 5 attack is pretty weak. It is 4 impact, so you're maybe dealing 4, but it's also 4 HP, so very easy to kill. Is it B tier? If it is, then it's a weak B tier. No, I think C tier actually. Is it better than Subversible? No. Better than the Wardens? No. Better than the Investigator? Yay, maybe. It is a grant me 4 impact, I guess. Okay, we'll keep it there. Chemtech Drake. 8 mana, 8/6. No keywords. A little bit weak on the HP. When you play a spell, draw 1. When you draw, while you have a full hand, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. I've made a deck with Chemtech Drake where the game ends with a tie. We just instantly keep draw or infinitely draw until we deal damage to the nexus. I think it ends with a tie. Weird card. Very weird card, but there are ways to make it work. Hard to rate. It's kind of like the shady character, but I do think the shady character is better. Only because this is an 8-cost card, so it's gonna be hard to like. It's late game, so I think hard to rate. Like I said, I think let's put it right. Yeah, I don't know here. No, I'm being too generous. Is it a C tier? When you play a spell, draw 1. So you're not getting an effect immediately. Unless you play a spell. I don't know. Let's just keep it there. I don't know. The Zon Diva, 8 mana, 8/5. Play, deal 1 to all enemies. If you've played 6 new spells this game, which is very easy to do, deal 3 instead. Also not hitting the Nexus, so 8 mana, deal 3 to all enemies. Turn 8, this is when they have their Heishos and Matrons and Elder Dragon and everything. Deal 3 is not going to do anything. It's not even hitting the Nexus. No keywords, 5 HP, pathetic. It's C tier, but it's actually it's worse than the Chempunk Shredder in my opinion. Because at least with this, you can maybe do something against aggro players, maybe. But this late game is like deal 3 to the units is pathetic. So I'll just put it right below him. Alright. Karina Viraza. 9 mana, 8/8. Play, obliterate the top 5 cards of your deck to deal 1 to all enemies and the enemy nexus for each spell you've obliterated. So basically, if you're lucky, you're dealing 5 to all enemies and the enemy nexus, which is meh. This is a worse Karina, of course. Pretty meh. Is this a finisher? Dealing 5 to the nexus? Maybe. Like, that's hard to pull off. Unless you're running all spells, I guess. But yeah, not a fan. I'm gonna go C tier. Is she better than the Diva? Yes. Is she better than the defective swap bot? Yes. Maybe right there. Okay. Plaza Guardian, 10 mana, 5/5 quick attack. Horrible stats, but I cost 1 less for each spell you've played this game. It's very fun to make a deck revolving around the Plaza Guardian. Make a bunch of copies of him, and then they all cost 0, and you get a bunch of Plaza Guardians, and give them elusive or overwhelm or whatever. I do like this card. I don't think it's not S because it is quick attack. Quick attack's useless. At the stage of that stage of the game. Not useless, but it's not as effective as overwhelm or elusive. So, it is definitely better than the mechanized mimic. Better than the daring Poro? No. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I do think it is better than Anura and Froop. Let's go here. It might be S tier. You can easily carry games with Plaza Guardian. But because it's not, you have to invest. I'm gonna keep it there. You have to invest to make it strong, or to finish the game. As I said, with elusive or overwhelm. All right, let's do champions now. Tito. 1 mana, 1/1 elusive. Nexus Strike, plant 5 poison puff caps in the enemy deck, random. And then his stats are good. You've planted 15 poison puff caps, which is very easy. Level Teemo, Nexus Strike, double the poison puff caps in the enemy deck, and plant 5. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's no planting anymore. You just double the poison puff caps in the enemy deck. That's weird. Plants 5 minimum. Wait, if there are no puff caps, does he plant? Surely, right? Anyway, Teemo's very strong. Seraphine, 2 mana, 1/4. Good stats, no keywords, whatever. When I'm summoning, create a random 2-cost spell in hand. You've played 9 new spells, which takes some time. When I'm summoned, leveled Seraphine, 2 mana, 2/5. When I'm summoned, create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. When you play a new spell that costs 2 or less, copy it with the same target. She's just a baby Karma. She's definitely worse than Teemo in my opinion. Katerin, 3 mana, 3/3, quick attack, strike, plant 2 flash bombs, flash bomb traps in the top 8 cards. And then to level up, 5 of your traps have been activated, which is pretty easy to do. And then 3 mana, level Caitlyn, 3 mana, 4/4, quick attack, strike, plant 4 flash bombs. And then Nexus, or strike, deal damage to the enemy Nexus equal to the number of traps activated this round. Caitlyn is definitely better than Seraphine. Ezreal, 3 mana, 1/3, elusive. Nexus Strike, create a fleeting Mystic Shot in hand, which is 2 mana, deal 2 to anything. You've targeted enemies 8 times. That's going to take some time, especially if you're against Elder Dragon, which they're never going to have any units ever, most likely. Ezreal just gets screwed. Hard to level up. But when he is leveled up, when you play a spell, deal 1 to enemy nexus. If it targeted an enemy, deal 2 to the enemy nexus instead. Leveled Ezreal is definitely scary, but he is hard to get there. I don't think he's better than Caitlyn, but he's definitely better than Seraphine. Echo. 4 mana, 4/2. Horrible HP. Good attack. Quick attack. Strike, create a fleeting time, trick in hand, which is 2 mana. Predict, then draw. My favorite draw card in the entire game. You've predicted 4 times to level him up, which is pretty easy to do. And then when he levels up, he makes 3 chrono breaks, which is revive all allies that died this round, then rally. Echo's issue, and then his level up, of course, 4 mana, 5/3. Strike, create a fleeting 0 cost time trick in hand. Echo is very feeble, but I do think he's better than Seraphine still. But definitely weaker than Ezreal, I think. Well, yeah, weaker than Ezreal, sure. Only because he's so easy to kill. Janna, 4 mana, 2/4. No keywords. Play updraft 2 to draw 2. And then each round, the first 3 times you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1 this round. To level Janna up, she has to see you play 8 cost reduced cards, which is very hard to do. She's at 4 HP, but my gosh, very hard to do. Might be actually harder to do than Ezreal, in my opinion, because she has to see it. Level Janna, 4 mana, 3/5. She becomes an elusive. Round start, draw 1. When you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1 this round. Janna is probably the weakest out of everyone, to be honest. Seraphine, the thing with Seraphine is Catastrophe Giga buffs her, because you can play 2 Catastrophes late game. Janna's weak in my opinion. Jace, 4 mana, 4/4. Play, grant me either quick attack or challenger. Pretty versatile. You've played 2 6-cost spells. He doesn't have to see it, thankfully. And then when I level up, create Acceleration Gate, which is 6 mana, give allies +2 and quick attack this round. If they already have it, or double attack, give them a random keyword instead. And then level Jace, each round, the first time you play a 6-cost spell, copy it with the same targets. Jace is definitely better than Echo and Ezreal. But is he better than Caitlyn? No, I don't think so. Jinx, 4 mana, 4/3. Quick attack. I see your hand is empty. Pretty easy to do. And then level Jinx, 4 mana, 5/4. Quick attack, round start, draw 1. Each round, the first time I level up, or you empty your hand, create a super mega death rocket, which is 1 mana, deal 3 to the enemy nexus and 1 to all enemies. Jinx is better than these 4. Is she better than Jace? Yes. Obviously, she's an aggro card, and she can get pretty scary. Is she better than Caitlyn? Man. It's very easy to level Jinx, and her stats are good. I didn't realize she was 4 cost. I thought she was 3 cost for a sec. Man. Tricky. I do think she's better than Caitlyn, but I think she's worse than Teemo. Okay. Victor, 4 mana, 2/4. A little bit weak on the attack. Augment. When I'm summoned or round start, create a Hex Core upgrade, which is a 0 mana. Give Victor a random keyword spell. So he's immediately becoming a 3/4. You've played 7 created cards, which is pretty easy to do. Victor is S tier. One of the strongest champions in the game. He can solo carry games by himself. Better than Teemo. If left for too long, he's a big problem. And then leveled Victor, 4 mana 3/5. Your created cards cost 1 less, which is insane. And then he still gets hex core upgrades. Jaime, 5 mana, 2/4, horrible stats. But at least he's a backline unit, so 4 HP is okay, I guess. But he's not too hard to kill. When you play a spell, create a fleeting turret in hand with equal cost. With equal cost, it costs 0. And then I've seen you summon 12 plus power of tech allies. He's kind of hard to level up, but thankfully Targon exists and Black Shield exists because that's Jaime's best card or favorite card, Black Shield, to make sure he survives. Leveled Jaime, 5 mana 3/5. When you play a spell, create a fleeting turret in hand and grant it +1/+1. So the bots just get an extra 1/1. He is, in my opinion, maybe right there. Is he better than Ezreal? Yeah. Is he better than Jace? Maybe. No. He's pretty easy to kill. Alright, Vi. 5 mana 2/4. Horrible stats. Challenger and tough. While I'm in play or in hand, grant me +1 for when you play another card. +8 max attack. I've struck for 10 damage in 1 strike. And then leveled Vi, 5 mana 10/5. When I strike a unit while attacking, deal 5 to the enemy nexus. I don't know why they added the while attacking part. That's so annoying. If she was, when I strike a unit, deal 5 to the enemy nexus, she'd be really strong. I think it would be fitting. But thankfully Noxus exists because she loves Noxus. I always play Noxus with her. She is, in my opinion, is she better than Caitlyn? No. Because she does reset if she dies, is the issue. And you know what? She's probably worse than Jace. But better than Jaime? Sure. She is harder to kill. She's tough at least. Jaime's not. Okay. That's our champions. And that is our tier list. Let's take a quick look at our S tiers. I'm very tempted to throw the Fallen Feline up here, but I think A is fitting. Is Karina S tier? It doesn't seem right to put her at S tier. Maybe Albus should be high A too. Maybe right there. He's not quite S tier in my opinion. These guys are good S tiers. Everything here is pretty good. Plaza Guardian, yep. Looking good. Is she really the worst A tier? I do think she's better than Assembly, but well, I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm not gonna overthink it. B tier, okay. C tiers, D tiers, and the only F tier, Back Alley Barkeep. Sorry, old man. All right, that is the Piltover and Zon tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree. Take care. GG. Whew. Man, oh man. Why tier lists always take so long to do. All right. We're gonna have to call it I would like to stream more, but it's getting kind of late. Let me save this really quick.